What's up, guys? Master Styles here. Welcome you back to Inside Gaming, your go-to source for all things Eternal Evolution. And today, we're back onto Eternal Evolution. We're going to take a look at Twilight Lands. It says that we have 4 days to beat this, right? I am now at 20-10. End of the road, right? This is actually the last content that's left to beat in PvE. Obviously, endless battles and Holy Land contracts, those things they switch every now and then, but this is the one that remained consistent in PvE. So I attacked it with the assassins, right? As you can see, they're already there. They don't really help you here, right? This is their bond, assassin bond, according to them, right? We can take a look at them. We also have the new hero Neo, right? I don't know why it keeps going to fade out. Why would I have fade out on this guy? It's not going to do nothing. We also have Eren, which was recently awakened. And we'll just take a look at the assassins here. We'll give them the rally. We'll give them that. Actually, no, they're going to jump to the other side and increase to their damage, right, by 20%. But this is the assassin team here. We have Korra, of course, the other SB, Big Woo, Eren, and Neo with Fiona. Biggest problem with this team is, we'll run through here, is Fiona actually. Fiona should have got a revive in her actual awakening. She's a Windfear. Most Windfears have the ability to revive. And whenever it's range, she tends to be the one that gets taken out very fast. And when she dies, then, the team falls apart. They can stick around for longer because, they have that sustainability. But whenever they're facing range, they tend to fall apart. So she's going to end up dying here because she has no protection from this and her healing isn't that great. Right? So once she's here now, she's in trouble. Right? I wish she had the ability to teleport away from dying or something. So now she's out. Just like that. At this point, it might have been better to even bring Zamira, right? Because at least they'll be on the other side. They'll be doing a lot more damage. But the big thing is the whale. The whale is very annoying to deal with because you got to keep the energy down of the whale, right? We know Fiona's gone. We're not going to talk too much about her. And their damage isn't that great. But interestingly enough, Neo is out DPSing Wukong. And there's multiple targets, so it's not like, oh, it's only one. And with him, he only got that, increase? What was it? Is it 5%? I'm not sure what the number is off the top of my head. But he ends up doing a decent amount of damage for an assassin, actually, when you think about it. Because when you're using Team Annihilation, you're seeing trillions. We often forget that, that's not everyone that's dropping trillions, right? So 300 billion, that's still a lot of damage, right? I know we're so spoiled with the trillions that we see, but at the end of the day, he's still doing some decent damage here. And the reason why, probably because with Wukong, why his damage is where it is because the whales do AoE damage. So they're probably killing off the clones, right? But what's his name's looking pretty good here, right? And he's Immortal 3. He actually died there. Then this happened. This happened to me yesterday too, where it just shut off, right? They all died at the same time, right? It is what it is. So they did 2.1 trillion damage combined. That's after 2 attacks, right? That's not, it's 150 trillion that I need to do. So let's actually pull up the actual team here, right? So this here is the team I'm going to use to attack it, right? For the first slot, I just put on all damage increase. Not playing around. We're going for all damage, right? For the middle, I have 2 life steals. Does it help? It's actually more for what's his name, Alistar, because he's always the one that's ended up dying, which is very frustrating. Because I'm like, where is your dodge, right? Nowhere to be found. Then for the third stop prototype, I actually have to change this because we no longer need the melee. I could reduce the range. Actually, yeah, I have an extra one. Let's go back and talk about the prototypes here that you could potentially, and this will also help you in 19-4 if you're stuck there. It's a lesser version, but same difference, right? 2 whales versus 3. If you have this at a higher level than your soul compass, I would use this, right? I might use this actually. Dang, I wish I would have known, because I had the extra one that I could have used. But then we'd have to take everything off and then just put range. Yeah, let's try it, right? Let's try it, because I'm suggesting it, but yeah, I am not doing it. So what I'm just gonna do is put this one, which reduces range, and yeah, we're gonna reduce range by an insane amount, right? 48, 48, 48. Yeah, wish I had another one. We could have probably put in some healing and shielding, but again, we have lifesteal. Hopefully it's enough to keep them up, because I always suggest that you use this prototype. And remember, we are using energy units. We'll pull it up here, right? So as you can see, we have Akai, Seikai. A substitute for Akai, which if you've seen my other video where I talk about Twilight Lands, you can use Cariolus. He's a substitute that if your Akai isn't surviving, right, that may be one of the issues. Potentially, if you have Awakened 5 or higher Cariolus, you can put them in there. And we'll just see here. We'll give Kara about, I want to say 30 seconds. Give me 30. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds just to see. We're gonna switch this here over to this one. So it's the energy reduction and also the foxes. So let's, one other adjustment you kind of want to do to help yourself out here. Let's put Amat here, put him in the back. Actually, I want him here so he can be closer to the foxes. Let's see. So Kara is going to be popping off a lot of ultimates, and we'll see. One touch and we're down 1% already. So everybody's in there. Where is Amat's whale? And I said 30 seconds. See, I'm getting distracted already. The whale's in the back. I don't like where the whale is. The whale, the crocodile. What am I talking about? Let's see here. See how much damage we do versus if we were using Akai, Seikai. My goodness. It's early in the morning. Leave me alone, okay? So here, Deji is doing all the damage. So we're at 32nd, and I see Deji is putting out 1.6 trillion. The thing is, right, with Seikai versus Cariolus, I think that over time Seikai ends up being better, because Cariolus, you know, out the gate, he's gonna give you that additional damage that you can do, but Seikai ends up giving you more once it hits his max, right? Seikai can give you 40. I think go back to Cariolus here and see, because it's based off of his ultimate, right? This one here, the area damage received is increased by 30 for 5 seconds, but he's constantly doing that. But in a longer fight, the thing about Seikai is that hers, when she does the steel curtain, it's the affected targets receive an additional 10% area damage for a maximum of 4 stacks. So over time, she's gonna end up getting to a point where she's giving out 40 and he's still giving out 30. So if it's a quick fight, yes, Kara is the way to go, right? But if it's a longer fight, Seikai might be the way to go. Yes, we're gonna run through this. And I wish I would have known this the last time when I had attacked this here. Let's actually switch out. I always forget to turn this guy off. Always, for some reason. But let's just see how they do here. Who's in the front? Oh, what's her name? Deji. But my problem that I was having here, what was the problem I was having here? Sekai. See, Alistar is always dying. Makes no sense to me. Right? Like, why is he the only one that's taking look at the rest of the team? And this is why I was saying that what's her name? Didn't really help here. Amat. Like, look at Amat's damage compared to Deji. Like, usually Amat would be doing a lot more damage. But it seems like the boss is it's still, even though you're reducing range damage, it's still a lot. We're still taking a lot of damage. But at least we keep the energy down. That's the key about this fight is keep the energy of the whales down, and you can easily chip out away. It don't mean that you're gonna win, but you can chip away at it. So we already did 6%, which is huge. So the question I'm asking myself right now is, do we really need a mod? Because it's not like 20-7 where you need the third body in there. But the question is, who could we put in to amplify Deji and also protect Alistar? Or maybe we take out Amat and just put in Kara, right? Maybe. Right? Let's see. Because again, it'll go back to what I was saying. So let's actually take out Amat and then put in Cariolis. Because then we're still going to get that increase, right? Let's see. Let's see what happens, right? We're testing around, see what works, what helps, and it'll help out with Alistar in the beginning. Let me turn this off. Nope, I didn't forget this time. I remembered. But maybe this will work better because now we're going to amplify Deji's damage and sit Amat. Because Amat's really not doing nothing. And she don't bring anything to help out with the damage increase anyways. So before that, we were doing what? 1.6 at 30 seconds. 1.6 trillion. That's what I meant. And here, we're already at 1.7. Right? So this might be a way to go, right? That fill will be there for what, 40 seconds, 45 seconds. But again, I think we might have just figured out a way to make it a lot better. Just focus on Deji doing the damage, and then everybody else just, help out with increasing her damage. Right. I think that's how I'll do it going forward. Honestly, I have 4 days. So somehow I have to do, how much do I need to do? I have 4 days. I have today, the attack from today, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days. So I need to do, well, including today, we need to do 20%. So we need to get down to 80, and then we can beat it on Thursday. Yeah. If we can get down to 80, we can beat it. Yeah. So let's see here. We're at 89. Okay. 9 more percent. And we have 1 minute to do it. Hopefully we can get below that mark, which would be even better. So it's looking like I can actually beat this Twilight Lands finally. Like, I can only imagine. I'm looking at it. I'm like, wow. I don't know. We need 6%. Maybe I might have to take that back. But 12 trillion though. Wow. And we're at 5. It's looking like it. Because I remember when just even getting to 20 was a. In fact, getting past, which one was it? 18-7. That was a tough one. And then it was the energy boss. That was also tough too, which was annoying. Right? Yeah. But here we are at the end of the road. You just need 2% here, and then that'll set us up for clearing. But again, I think that's the better way to go, because even when I fight through all of this and I look back at the last fight that I had with this and I was using Amat really is not going to catch up to Deji. So I'm putting Kara in there. He's going to increase the range damage anyway. So I think that's just the best way to go about it. So, and as you can see, it also kind of solved our issue there with Alistar. What's going on now? Now all of a sudden he's not dying. Is that I'm just saying, like, now all of a sudden he's not in trouble of dying. So Kara might be the way to go. 21 trillion, that is nuts. So we're almost, wow. We might be able to beat this earlier. If we can go down to 70 here, we might be done on Wednesday. Let's see. Can we get down to 70 here? We need 3 more percent. Come on, you can do it. 2 more percent. That just reminded me at 20-7. I literally killed the boss with 1 second left, and it didn't give it to me. I went into the next fight. I put 1 hero in there, and it just said that I won. I was like, really? Seriously? Wow. Okay, so that was great. Putting Kara was definitely the way to go, and you could try this team out, right? Your Sekai might not be there, but if you can keep her up, because you can switch around the 3rd slot prototypes and all of that. Can we get to 30 trillion? Yes. Okay, there we go. So we did, what is that? 33% on 1 go. Wow. Yeah. So now I'm going to end up beating this. This is going to take a little bit of time, but those adjustments there definitely help. I think if I would have kept Amat in there, I wouldn't have did as much as I'd done. But again, that's just based off of what it is. But that's just based off of that. Tomorrow I could actually test out that theory to see what it is, and then I'll come back to you with an answer. But again, hopefully that team there help in the adjustments in terms of, the prototypes you need to use. This is an option here to help out with the energy drain. Of course, you can use whichever one has the best amount of slots and use the range reduction to keep your heroes up. And of course, increase the healing and shielding would help. The Annihilation team, let's actually go. Actually, I can't pull them up here because they ended up dying there. We'll go back and see here. Let's go to formation. Team Annihilation. The Annihilation team, let's put it here. We'll take you out and then put, so for that one there would be an adjustment. You want him here because he'll help out. But again, you could play around with this, switch out the SBs that you need. Obviously, Dora is going to be a part of all of this, but again, this is the team that I think that would help you with 19-4. And I wouldn't even say, most people are not even here yet. But again, this team, right? Amat is obvious, but playing around with this team and building out this team, I think for PvE, it'll run through most content, if not all of it, right? So again, whenever it comes to anything, I just pull up the Team Annihilation, and then that is that. So just focus on building out your Deji and slowly build out Sekai, because again, she is in the shop. So if you made it this far in the video, the word of the day is close. We're very close to beating Twilight Lands. Wow, that's crazy. I didn't think we were gonna be here anytime soon, but here we are. So if you're new around here, you want guides, updates, tier lists, walkthroughs, this is a channel you want to subscribe to. For those that are rocking with me, let me know if this helped you out with 19-4 or if it helped you out at all. Without further ado, I want to thank you for watching. Till the next video, peace.